closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. KJ Hamler returning it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing is Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Raheem Mostert, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Jaguars 7, Seahawks nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hamler now to return it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
4th down. Here's Wilson. Going deep downfield for Ross. They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff as they run left side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go play action now. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it. But what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Wilson going to throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organization.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. Touchdown. Raheem Mostert. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hamler now to return it. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Play action. It's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the 1st down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the 1st down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And now here's a carry heading left. Levante David in on the tackle. Well, for an inside linebacker, I think you'd agree when I say that he is fast to the football, and he proved that thesis correct on that last play. Now they try the right side here. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Steps away. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Broke through some contacts, but unable to reach the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
47 Mike, 47. Quit talking about it and bring it. Both sevens in my
From the 41, Wilson, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Lavonte David. And the Jags are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Jackson on 1st down, rolling to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson being chased out left. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Quez Watkins with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Play action. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Jags are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. A handoff running left is Mostert. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Flushed out right. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Jackson rolling to his left. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Lamar Jackson. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. They'll try and throw for it. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a handoff as they run left side. Room here to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half.
Check, 47. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Now a handoff looking right. Oh, and now some space to operate. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. KJ Hamler as the 1st half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. They'll look to throw. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Jacksonville.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. And some room to roam now. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 5. Jackson now. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jerry Jeudy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Popular down near the goal line, quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was, and one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. 1st down and a little extra for Mostert. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. On the move to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run right side with Mostert. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a handoff as they run left side. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 138 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Wilson on first down. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he's got this down to the 35. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Right? That's true. You've said that before.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This one out quickly to Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Rager catches it left side. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
Real quick.
Play action. It's Jackson. Out to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Quez Watkins with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Throwing is Jackson. And he will get into the end zone, so the lead stretches from 9 up to 11. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
Hamler now to return it. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson steps away. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Tighten up. Alert flare. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle, that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want
From the shotgun, Wilson. Got Gordon open, completes it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 35 on second down, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Jaguars force the turnover. They'll take over it. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Second down, here's Mostert again. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. First down and more for Jackson. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Steps away to his left. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times? It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. On the handoff, this is Mostert. Yeah, nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
So Mike's number one. Hey, man, watch the boot.
Hands it off out of the gun. Pushes him aside at the 45. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Jacksonville, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.